I've been thinking, we live in a time where society seems to wear a mask. We say we value one thing, but when you look at how we actually live, it often doesn't match. And I've seen this in my own life too. Today, let's look into a few I've noticed and ask ourselves, why don't we put the time or energy into the things that we say are important? Is it that they aren't truly that important, or is it something else? Take friendship. We say we value connection, true friends who are there for us. But how often do we actually make time for it? I've noticed making plans often feels like squeezing in a 2-hour time slot weeks away, and it's hard to build real relationships that way. Most of the time, we just settle for scrolling social media, which gives us the illusion of closeness. A like, a comment can feel like connection, but it's not the same as sitting down with someone and being present. And honesty in friendship, we say that we want it, but when someone tells us the truth, we can get defensive, brush it off, or even assume they're jealous or trying to sabotage us. If that's how you see it, then what are you still doing in that friendship? I've been guilty of this too. When I lived abroad, I saw friendships built over long dinners where people truly invested in each other. One time, a friend gave me advice that I didn't want to hear, and I got offended. He looked at me and said, "If your good friend won't be honest with you, who will?" And that moment stuck with me, and it made me realize that honesty is actually one of the deepest forms of care. And it also made me ask myself, if I'm not willing to take advice or constructive criticism from one of my best friends, then who am I willing to take it from? That shift helped me see that listening is just as important as speaking truth. Another mask I see is around compassion and empathy. We say we value empathy and an open mind, but we are quick to judge. We want people to be there for us when we're struggling, but we don't always extend that same grace to others. Even those that are the closest to us aren't mind readers. If we always say we're fine, we can't expect them to know otherwise. I'm not saying share everything with everyone, but we need a few people we can trust enough to be real with. Traveling opened my eyes to this. I met people from all over the world, and despite cultural differences, most had the same hopes and struggles. I saw people who went out of their way to help, who didn't see struggles as moral failings, but a part of life. It made me realize how privileged I am, and that you only see that when you truly listen and stay open. And then There's freedom. We say we value freedom and the simple things in life. But look around. Most of our time and energy goes into chasing material stuff. We're told to work hard, save, and wait until retirement for the good life. And that's very American mindset. To assume we'll have decades ahead of us to finally live out our dreams. But the truth is, we don't even know what will happen next month, let alone decades from now. When I was younger, I was caught up in that myself. I put way too much value into things, and it only added stress and the feeling of never having enough. Now I've learned that living simpler, having less, but being freer is worth so much more. Peace, I've realized, is the greatest gift. So, across friendship, compassion, and freedom, what we say we value doesn't always match how we live. And that matters because when our actions don't align with our values, we lose trust, connection, and authenticity. The big question is, why aren't we lining our lives up with what we value? We don't have to overhaul our lives overnight. By making small changes, we can start to live more authentically. Plan one dinner with a friend and don't put a time limit on it. Just enjoy being together. Start watching the people around you, and instead of judging, look for ways to be kind or help out, even strangers. And ask yourself, are there things you could cut out of your life to give you more freedom and peace? These little shifts matter. They're how we move from masking to meaning. And they remind us that peace and being true to your values is really the greatest gift. If this resonates with you, welcome to the Truth Unmasked. Don't forget to hit subscribe. I'd love to hear from you. Where have you seen society's mask in your own life? Or do you struggle with anything we talked about? Share in the comments